Good morning, all. Morning, all. Oh, warm coffee. Yeah, I did make well, I didn't make yesterday. I did an episode, but I turned it on and somehow immediately turned it off. Did my whole piece, turned it on again. Filmed myself blowing my nose, rummaging about, disappearing, coming back, turned it off again, not filmed myself. I thought the first half was a bit boring and the second half was enthralling, and I missed it all. And then I filmed myself just saying up bollocks. So I have to keep an eye on the red dot on the little flip out mini video camera screen, not being I won't say excuse me if I repeat myself, because no one heard that yesterday because I didn't fucking film it, did I? Twat. He said, yeah, humorously, because don't beat yourself up, Cam, it's okay. So yeah, interesting weekend. Managed to survive a couple of parties, alcohol free, a couple of puffs on my pipe, a few drops of water and a bit of grub, and that's it really. Good company, out in the field with a load of Glastonburyans, the younger posse that I met when I first came to town, Glastonbury, and moved there in '98. And my youngest son was 18 months, I think. And then, you know, over the years, my other sons were born. And as they sort of started toddling about and jumping onto things with wheels, we used to go down a skate park, and all the lads and lasses then, you know, teens, and they were a really good fraternity, really good laugh, nice people. Often people I knew the parents of, and some talented musicians amongst them. And there was a party for someone, one of those, like his 40th it was. And I was invited, sort of late, I only found out sort of late. It was in a field, marquee band, loads of people, fancy dress, loads of kids. I don't think there was any dogs. Fire, sofas, yes, really nice. And just what brought it home was there was a lad, Frankie, that used to drum with my then band, Altered Native, when he was 17. And he is now, well, he's 40 now, or 37 or something like that. But he was like 17, 10 years younger than my eldest son is now, when he played in our band. And we were just musing that factoid, going, wow, you know. And he's got a lovely little daughter, Winnie, who's like 2, 3 or something like that. But it's just great seeing the generations, and there are loads of kids there, and so this tribe has grown. It's a good tribe, man. So I was really pleased to go along, and I stayed till about 5 in the morning, sat round the fire. So it's a bit of a test for me to be able to do an all-nighter without any assistance, you know. And yeah, I felt good and enjoyed myself. I didn't have to like push on through. I wasn't gagging for a drink or anything. It was I did have some zero alcohol beers. I swear I can feel them on some sort of level, I don't know. And then my little row houses that I live on, which are the old paper mill workers' cottages for the old Wookey Hole paper mill, which is now sort of the Cottles like circus land in Wookey, where the caves are. There's a little row of 7 cottages here, and they had South Bank it is. It's called a South Bank Day. They put up the buntings and had little games they made. Where you had to throw like these little hacky sacks into a hole called cornholes, like a South American game. And again, a few kids, dogs, and 0 alcohol beer and water and chats and loveliness. And but got to bed decidedly earlier. And we had done some more vocalising on Mike's new track. A thing I like to do. Well, yeah, we've been playing it in the band, our Nature is Noisy band, for a while. I haven't played a note yet. Well, but just basically catching up on the news that I tried to give you yesterday. Oh. A few notes there. Notes to self. You're probably going, wish you'd kept those notes to yourself, mate. Good morning. I'm feeling a bit more jolly. I had a bit of a lazy day yesterday. Chilled day. I was a bit tired. And I'm just still processing, going along on, I think I'm day 84, no alcohol. Scat cat, where's you at? Strutting around the corner after your latest act. Well, cat, you got my tongue, cat, you got the green. Directing your own movie, creating scene after scene. You won't be undone, free to be no one, cause you're the star, you're the walk on, banging your own drum, clarion call. Applause from the stall, bravo. You've written your script, from your rise and your fall, let's see you out. Little bit of a parody there, just to brush off the cobwebs. Oh yeah, you missed the inaugural, the debut of my new metal project, Sequin Destroy, with the new tune Nosferatu. I thought it was going to be the one and only appearance yesterday, but seeing as I didn't appear yesterday, that was Sequin Destroy. Oh dear, the things we do to amuse. Like having a morning muse. I have I have Dengo, I have They did my little morning breathe, which is up to like half an hour. I built it. Now, if anyone's interested, anyone's who's useless at meditating, there's a couple of little techniques to help me. Anyone who's useless and wants to actually do a little bit, the simple things I found. There's one book, I think it was The Alchemist, might have been another one of them, Paulo Coelho, and the couple, the main couple in the book, they had a driver and they were out in the desert somewhere, and they were walking off somewhere, and they looked round, the driver was just sat on the bonnet. And they was like, okay, come on, I thought he's supposed to be coming with us. And they waited a little while, and then he skipped up, joined them. But he just, they said, what were you doing? We've got to get going. He said, I'll just take 20 seconds just to reconnect with myself. And I was like, 20 seconds, I can do that. So I used to, when I was driving, jumped in the car, and if I was been rushing, I'd catch myself and take 20 or 30 seconds, just close my eyes, breathe, and that was a good starter. Good start for 10. And then I jarred my shoulder really painfully, like it wasn't a particular incident, it was a cumulative. I was on a sort of yoga, push-ups, sit-ups regime, daily thing, and then my shoulder got really, really sore, and I carried on doing the thing. I could feel it, and I thought I could push on through, and it was really not the most intelligent thing, and then it got so excruciatingly painful that I couldn't sleep for a couple of nights, but just a couple of nights. But me, it was really painful, and it's taken ages, just ages, like weeks. Well, as long as that's when I started the breathing thing, which is now up to 50 days or something like that of doing it. And the reason I'm saying that, so basically I started doing the breathing thing instead of doing the yoga push-ups. But I just started on, I thought I'll sit here and I'll do 10 nice sort of deep breaths. Really following the breath, and worked out that probably an inhale and an exhale was taking about 30 seconds, so 2 breaths a minute. And I worked it, I had 1 breath a day. 11, 12, Wednesday, 13, Thursday, 14. And it got up to 50 breaths, and at the end of 50 breaths, I sort of just pumped my perineum a little bit, the bit in between the taint bit, that bit, and just sort of pump that. That's good for the old prostate. Like 100 times. Stretch my hands, stretch my neck and my head, and open my eyes, and like about half an hour had gone by. So I capped it at 50, and I've been doing that every day, and I feel like it's helping. They're helping to set the day, have a bit of peace in the morning, and sort of filter any ideas. And it was bizarre. I was hanging out with Merv from Eat Static in my dream this morning. I had sort of gone to sleep on a podcast, and I try to either unplug my computer so if it just turns itself off, so I don't end up listening to stuff that I haven't sort of vetted. I think things get into your dreams if you're listening to stuff. But I don't think I was listening to Eat Static. I didn't hear any. But I do know Merv a little bit, and his ex-partner Joey, who I knew from the Osric Tentacles, who is a friend who I don't see very much these days, but I do occasionally bump into, who I'm really fond of. So, super guy. That's an era era of music that me and my bro and our mates back in London grew up with, the Osric Tentacles and that. We were Gong fans, massive Gong fans, as obviously the Osrics were. And for anyone who doesn't know them, they're largely sort of instrumental, psychedelic as can be. Really psychedelic, great music. I mean, reams of albums, been going since the mid-80s. And sort of partially formed. I mean, they came together at the Stonehenge festivals. They were gigging there. I mean, there's a whole history, you can delve into them. But if anyone's not listened to the Osric Tentacles, you know, all one of you or all 10 of you, any of you lot, check them out. There's a delightful anthology, I call them, another word for lots of music. And time for a coffee refill and a pipe. No more music, not that, not that. No, don't improvise. Please don't. Just do your random notes. It all starts the same after a while, doesn't it? Coffee break. Red dot. I take it you've been recording me. Off.